And I've got a washer in there. I've got a nut on the end of that, and I'm just hitting it. And it's broken it loose a little bit. I'm being very gentle with it because I don't want to break this ear off. This is a... Okay, so this bearing retainer, there's a hole here, and two holes here. I don't know the significance of the placement of the retainer on this thing yet, but the way this wood came off, there's a little hole right there. So you can look at it like, okay, there's a hole here, and then there's the two over here. So that's how it will go back together, if you want to put it back the way it came off. Okay, success. So this is the rig. This is how I set it up. So just, these two bars so that the pulley head doesn't, hit there. Give it some, and then just pressed it out, and it just fell right out. So I'm gonna, hopefully this is all, I'm gonna see, the pulley hub should be off there. It is. Let me take this, I'll do this live. So let me take this out of here. Let me take these out of here. Pulley hub and the washer. And as you can see, the drum shaft pressed out of there, and there you go. And there's no damage to the shaft. That's it. That's as easy peasy as it can be. Cool. So this is my little setup to press the bearings out. The vane bearings out. I just got a piece of 1-inch square tubing and a little socket. I don't know what that is. It's a Craftsman what is this thing? 10 millimeter? Little Craftsman 10 millimeter. I think it's a 1/4 inch socket. So it's Saturday, December 11th, 2021. So here's the magic setup for pressing that front bearing in. And this is 1 1/16, 3/4 drive. And just whoop, and boom, 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 presses right in. That's all there is to it. There's another carbon gasket under there. It's another gasket. He reassembled. I got the new bearing pressed in to put the pulley hub back on, so let's see what kind of mess I can make out of this. Okay, well, it looks like it's on there. And yes, I did put the washer on there, so the washer is on there. So, okay, so assembling the guts of this pump. So there's my locating hole. So the shortest one goes there, and then the second here, and the long one, of course, there. So that's how it goes. And then you're supposed to start one of the, actually you're supposed to put the cover on with one of these like that. So now I have to put the shoes in, and the beveled part of the shoe faces the inside. So see how it's beveled? So it's going to face the inside like that. So like for example, this one would go here, like that. And this one would go like that. So that the bevel sides of the shoes face in this direction. This direction. So the beveled edge, inside. All the shoes and springs back in. They are correctly. Tapered side toward the inside. I know that's hard to see on this one, but the tapered side is toward the inside, the way it's supposed to be. Springs are on the right side. In the big slot, they call it. They call this the big slot. I don't know why they call it the big slot, but they call it the big slot. Whatever. I don't know. And I've got one. They say when you put this thing together, make sure that you have one of the vanes. I think they call these vanes, right? Vanes against the wiper. This is the wiper. Part of the housing is called the wiper. So next, goes the bearing gasket, and the bearing is greased up. I got it greased up. Bearing retainer and gasket on. The next step is to pull this pin out and try to coax the cover on. That cover on last week, and it wouldn't turn at all. It was jammed. So I took the cover back off, and I threw this on the press and pressed the drum, and then I think I got just a skosh out of it. I think what happened was when I pressed this hub back on, it, although I had this thing on, the press, it, jarred it that way, just, a crack. So I pushed it back this way, and it's free now.